Republican Senate candidate Herschel Walker gave an interview Sunday with NBC News. And aside from the usual GOP hyperbole about lowering taxes, but for oil, and respecting our men in blue, the Heisman Trophy-winning football player mostly spent his time denying things he'd said or asking the Today host to name her policy positions. It's obvious Walker's been extensively trained in GOP rhetoric, protecting the veneer cracked when the nominee was handed a copy of the infamous $700 check he has to those of the mothers of his children in 2009, which she claims he has to pay for an abortion. After weeks of denials and calls that he never paid the woman for an abortion, he finally told One Truth. He admitted to NBC News that it was his signature on that check. Of course, he denies that it was to pay for an abortion. Yes, that's my car, he said. Related story. They finally debated. Warnock talked policy. Walker pulled out a prop sheriff's badge, but when it came to the abortion allegations, Walker said above, "It's a lie." A devout, pro-life Christian, Walker told NBC News, "Prove that I find that. According to Show Me things like that does nothing for me." On October 3, the Daily Beast dropped a bombshell. Easy to reporter Roger Sollenberger. In 2009, Walker paid a girlfriend to get an abortion. The outlet corroborated the details of the woman's abortion claims she take the Daily Beast with a receipt for $575 from the abortion clinic, and a copy of the bank deposit slip for the check Walker sent her. A $125 difference came after the woman said she ballparked the amount for the abortion and included payment for her travel and recovery costs. The T5 came in a "Get Well" card, and the woman gave the outlet a photo of the card that included Walker's signature at the bottom. "Now you want me to answer something that's a lie. And everyone's trying to trick me and make me respond," he said, adding, "Show where I have said that life is for an iPod," when pushed on flip-flopping in last Friday's debate against his opponent, incumbent Democrat Sen. Raphael Warnock. Walker denied ever saying that he had reversed course on working for aid or incest, doubling down on what he said during the manuals. Walker repeated that he supports Georgia's heartbeat bill, which offers exceptions for drafts or incest, except that after a campaign speech in Macon, Georgia. Walker was heard saying, "And there's no jacks in my mind." The interview went all kinds of crazy when Walker was asked about crime and what bills he might sponsor if elected. Defending the police, Walker said that more police have been killed in the last 2 years. Officers are being killed right now. But should they have the disrespect for officers? They shoot officer, ambush officer. What should we do about it? Walker asked, and then accused Warnock of calling them names. The host then confronted Walker about the bill in the debate against Warnock, where in the lack of everything, he flashed a prop badge in an attempt to say that he is a pair of law enforcement. "That is a legit badge," Walker told NBC News. "I had it with me all the states. It's a real badge. It's not a fake badge." Walker added that he has badges all over Georgia, and pulled out what he called an honorary sheriff's badge. "If anything happened in this county, I have the time to work with the police to getting things done." Walker added, "Most people don't know that I've been working with law enforcement for years." Walker says he does. "And leadership programs, they can call me whenever they want me. And I have the authority to do things for them." When asked about whether his friend, former President Donald Trump, should be expanded by the House committee investigating Jan. 6, Walker said, "I'm not a lawyer, but I watch a lot of Judge Judy though." In the end, the host asked Walker to name one thing President Joe Biden has done in office that he supports. "He eat a lot of media," the Senate candidate said. "Since Daily Kos began reporting on iPod, we've covered his ubiquitous lies." He's lied about graduating from the University of Georgia. He did not be as mentioned by the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. He hid the fact that he had any children other than his 22-year-old son Christian. He's exaggerated his business acumen. He's told the tall tale about the time he founded, or co-founded, the veterans organization Patriot Support, which he did not. He recently tried to deny that Donald Trump ever said the 2020 election was stolen. And he lied about his company's alleged charitable donations, nearly none of which were meant to be verified by the Washington Post. Walker even tried to tie himself to indigenous people by claiming that his mother told me that his grandmother was full-blood Cherokee, something that has not been verified. And even his mother seemed confused about when watched YouTube video. The midterm elections are only 21 days away, and there are many ways you can get out the Democratic vote. Check them all out at our Daily Kos GOTV page. And video into the activity that is your preferences skill set. Daily Kos has identified 3 U.S. Senate seats that could flip from red to blue in 2022. Please donate $1 to each of these races right now. On this week's episode of the Downballot, we get medieval on the traditional media for its appalling display of ableism in the number of John Fetterman's recent NBC interview. Recap the absolutely wild goings-on in Los Angeles, where City Council President Nury Martinez just resigned after a racist tirade was caught on tape. Dive into the floor-close race for governor in Oklahoma, and highlight a brand new database from Daily Kos Elections showing how media markets and congressional districts overlap. Embedded content.